Welcome to a comparison video on web binding versus spiral binding. If you are in the market for a binding method for your documents and projects, you have come to the right place. In this video, we'll explore the differences between web binding and spiral binding, discussing their features, pros and cons, and suitable use cases. By the end, you'll have a clear understanding of which binding method best suits your needs. Let's jump right in. Let's begin by discussing web binding. Web binding, also known as twin loop binding or double loop binding, uses a series of metal loops to hold the pages together. These metal loops are usually made of steady materials such as steel or aluminum. Moving on to spiral binding, it utilizes a continuous plastic coil to bind the pages together. The plastic coil is inserted through closely spaced holes along the document's edge, forming a tight spiral shape. When it comes to appearance, web binding offers a professional and sleek look. The metal loops provide a clean and organized finish, making it suitable for presentations, reports, and professional documents. On the other hand, spiral binding offers a more casual and playful appearance due to the visible plastic coil. It is commonly used for notebooks, journals, and other informal applications. Binding capacity is an important consideration when choosing between web binding and spiral binding. Web binding generally has a high binding capacity, allowing it to hold a larger number of pages. This makes it suitable for thick documents or projects that require multiple pages. Spiral binding, while also capable of holding a significant number of pages, may have a slightly lower binding capacity compared to web binding. Another aspect to consider is page security and editing. Web binding offers a more secure binding method as the metal loops tightly grip the pages, preventing accidental page removal. However, it is important to note that once a document is web bound, editing or adding or removing pages can be challenging. In contrast, spiral binding allows for easier editing and page additions and removals, as the plastic coil can be easily opened and reclosed. Lay flat capability refers to how well a bound document can stay open and lie flat on a surface. Web binding excels in this aspect, allowing the documents to open completely flat, making it easier to read or write on both sides of the pages. Spiral binding also offers good lay flat capability, but it may not provide the same level of flatness as web binding for larger documents or projects. Let's talk about cost. In terms of pricing, web binding tends to be slightly more expensive than spiral binding. This is due to the use of metal loops in web binding, which are typically more costly than plastic coils. However, the price difference is generally not significant and may vary depending on factors such as document size, binding volume, and location. Now let's discuss suitable use cases for web binding and spiral binding. Web binding is commonly used for professional documents, business reports, presentations, and legal documents that require a polished and secure finish. Spiral binding, on the other hand, is popular for notebooks, journals, school projects, recipe books, and other applications where flexibility, ease of editing, and a more casual appearance are desired. Both web binding and spiral binding have their advantages and are suitable for different purposes. If you prioritize a professional look, higher binding capacity, and page security, web binding is a great choice. On the other hand, if ease of editing, lay flat capability, and a more playful appearance are important to you, spiral binding may be the better option. Consider your specific requirements and preferences when making your decision. Thank you for joining us today in this comparison video on web binding versus spiral binding. We hope this information has been helpful in guiding you towards the right binding method for your needs. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know in the section below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative videos. Happy binding!